Hey there, welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude, absent minded Professor Knives and all things sharp. Sit on back, grab your pens and paper, class is about to begin. Today, taking a look at a new one from Ruike. Yes, Ruike, to be specific, the new F181 sheath knife. But before we actually look at the knife, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Here on Fridays, we do mainly knife reviews. Occasionally, I'll review some piece of camping or survival equipment, lights, cooking gear, compasses, that sort of thing. But mainly knives. On Mondays, we do knife basics, what you really need to know. This is aimed more at those who are new to the world of knife collecting and want to be able to understand what people are talking about when they get going about various types of knives and all that, so that you're not just sitting there going, yeah, what he said. Those of you who have been here before, welcome back. I'm glad you made it back. Guys, got one question for y'all, and yes, you know what it is. Have you subscribed yet? No? Oh man. Come on, we go through this every week. It's so simple. You just hit that button right down there that says subscribe. Then you hit the bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I get a neat new video out. It's a win-win situation. You win because you get notified every time I do a neat new video. I win because, let's be honest, the more subscribers I have, the easier it is to get these neat new things to do videos about. But enough of that. Let's get on to the knife. And I say, it's a Ruike sheath knife. And this one is kind of interesting. It's got a karambit style handle with finger ring. And the blade is definitely kind of mall ninja-ish. It's just crazy combination of recurve and tanto and karambit all kind of mixed together. It's a striking looking knife. It definitely is nice. It's got 2 lanyard holes right there in the tang, which is nice. As mentioned, it's got the finger hole. So yeah, you could use it like a karambit. Definitely handy. Jumping for the thumb is right back here instead of up here. That's not bad. Truthfully, I'd prefer it to be up here, but especially when it's got such a nice choil on it. And these choils are actually made so that when you get to sharpening the knife, you don't ruin the plunge lines. But you know what? If it's a deep enough choil, it just makes it really easy to grip up on the knife and get a little bit finer control. The blade itself is made of 14C28N Sandiv steel, which is pretty standard for Ruike. They do love that steel. As you can see, it is a full tang. G10 handle scales, very nicely textured. It's going to be very easy to hold on to this thing. And it's just... sharpening this thing is going to be interesting, though, because it's not a straight line on it anywhere. No, not a straight line anywhere. But it still looks like it's going to be an intriguing knife. So let's go ahead and put it through its standard paces here and see just what it can do as an everyday carry utility knife. Later, when I have time, this will be one of the ones I do a follow-up on to see how it does outdoors with some heavier stuff. But as far as paper goes, okay, recoil section is nice. Front of the blade is just as nice. So that's sweet. Cardboard. Instead of just a piece of cardboard. I got a whole cardboard box here. And let's see how it does. Man, that went through without any problems. And yeah, it cut it pretty nice and easy. So yeah, again, recurve section is doing nicely. So is the tip section. Very sweet. Hang packaging test. I'm almost tempted to get a larger bottle. A little bit of pressure to get it in because how thick things are, but once it's in, man, that just fast, sweet work of that, no problem whatsoever. Let's see here. I'm looking to see if it's flat ground or hollow ground, and it's really hard to tell because looks like this portion is hollow ground and this portion is flat ground, which makes it even more confusing and even more intriguing all at the same time. I've never seen a... Well, cut through my shirt real quick too, which it was not looking to do. I was just looking to wipe it off a little bit. Paracord. Fast, easy. Put this section outside. Using the front section. Beautiful. Now, this small loop couldn't possibly get the recurve part in, but let's see how the tip does. Not bad. Such a big tip, you're not going to get into a small loop, but not bad. Let's see here. Leather. Let's see how it does on leather. Yeah, the recurve section did beautifully. Let's see how the tip section does. A little bit harder to start, but okay, it's cutting it, but I'm having a hard time holding on to the leather because how thick the spine is. I use the very, very tip, cuts it very nicely. That's kind of interesting. It's the hollow grind of the recurve section did wonderful on the leather. The flat grind of the tip did not do that well, but it still cut it. Sorry, yeah, I'm going to have to get a Band-Aid. Oh well, no big deal. Let's see how it does on this. I'm getting glared at by my wife. I don't think she liked the no big deal comment about a Band-Aid. But, and, yeah. The recurve section went through nicely. Tip section goes through nicely. Don't think I'll try chopping though. Yeah, I'm going to try something a little different from this. This is a piece of wood where my machine stuttered and got a cut that's not supposed to be there. Let's see how this knife does on cutting those sections out. too bad. Doing real well. Going down. We hit a knot and it doesn't want to cut suddenly. Yeah. Doing quite nicely. As far as trimming it up nice. Doing some feather work quite nicely. Notice how I'm holding it for that. And go to this way and see how the tanto tip is. It works more like a chisel, but it's doing the job quite nicely. Let's see here. Use my leather glove for this next part. So, let's see. Yeah, took that off quick and easy. Yeah. Okay. It's not going to replace the saw for cutting out, but I mean, it's just making fast, short work of that wood. Not much problem at all. Admittedly, that's a softer wood, but and other than some sawdust, I don't see anything. So, okay, I'm pretty impressed so far, but let's make sure that we didn't accidentally do some damage to the blade here. Sure doesn't look like it, but let's see. Nice. Nice. I'll be honest, if I had time, I'd take this out in the backyard right now and see how it does on a few things, but I've got to get into easily to set up for a gun and knife show today, so I don't have time. Oh, sheath. I almost forgot about the sheath. It's ABS injected plastic, similar to Kydex. But what's nice about Ruike sheaths, and this one makes it easier to see because it's got a right middle tab right here. If you pull that tab down, you can rotate the belt loop to any position you want. So you can put this on your belt in any position you want, which makes it nice. You want to cock it a little forward for a cross draw. You can do it. You want to put it as a scout draw at the small of your back. You can do it. Or if you just wanted to go standard draw. Choice is completely up to you. You don't have to change your sheath or do anything. It's just really nice. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do a follow-up video on this knife. But in the meantime, I've said I've got a gun show I've got to get to and get set up for. So, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a little bit. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, I'll leave you with a couple videos for here I think you'll enjoy. Of course, you can always hit the target here to get subscribed. Remember, maybe ability decides what you can do. It may be necessity decides what you will do. But it's attitude decides how well you do it. So if you're going to do it with attitude. See ya.